Welcome back, children. Now we are going to continue with the explanation of the paragraph from page number 67. We move to next paragraph. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Wanda. She worked her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. 8 times 8. Let's see. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note, because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy to say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." Now today, Maddie was very happy because they had already reached late to school, and she was glad that they are not going to make fun of Wanda. And it was the maths period. She was just working on her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly, means physically she was present in the class, but her mind was just moving somewhere else. 8 times 8. Let's see, she started thinking. What she wished that she had the nerve to write a Peggy a note. That she should just gain courage, that she should write a note to Peggy, because she knew that she never would have courage to speak right. She was unable to speak in front of Peggy because she wanted to say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." She wanted to say that. When she finished the arithmetic, she did start a note to Peggy. Suddenly she paused, stopped, and shuddered, means tremble in fear. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, the new target for Peggy and the girls. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise. Disguise means to give a different appearance in order to hide the identity. So here, as she started writing a note to Peggy after the arithmetic class, she just stopped and she trembled in fear. Why? The reason is that she thought that if she will write the note to Peggy, might be she will the next target. She started imagining about herself. In the schoolyard she was standing, and she was a new target for Peggy and other girls. And at that time, Peggy might ask her about the dress she was wearing, from where she got that dress, and what she had to say, because Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones. And at that moment, she had to just tell that the dress she was wearing, that was of Peggy's old dress. Peggy has given that dress to Maddie, and Maddie's mother, what she did try, she tried to just change that dress, change the appearance of that dress. Here are the difficult words from page number 68, 69 and 70. The first word is trimmings. It means small pieces trimmed off something or decoration, especially for clothing. Second is accord. It means give or grant someone. Third is blonde. It means pale yellow, that is hair. Fourth is tore into bits. It means tear something to pieces. Fifth is scarcely. It means almost not. Sixth, pretended, means not real. Seventh, drizzling, a very light rain. Eighth is gasped, catch one's breath with an open mouth. Ninth is dazzling. It means extremely bright. 10th is lavish, very grand. 11th is murmured, say something in a low voice. 12th is exquisite, means extremely beautiful and well made. 13th is burst into applause. It means suddenly and spontaneously clapped hands. Now we move to the explanation of the paragraphs. Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimmings so no one in room number 13 would recognize it. Hair trimmings means small pieces trimmed off, especially clothing. And she just thought about the dress she used to just get from Peggy. Her mother used to trim that dress so that no one could recognize it, especially the students of room number 13. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord. Accord means give, give or grant someone to stop having fun with Wanda. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. What difference did it make? Slowly, Maddie tore into bits the note she had started. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole room. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought. And at the same time, a thought came in her mind that Peggy herself can decide that what she wanted to do. If she want to make fun, she will make. If she didn't want, she will not. Oh well, then Maddie, just this thought came in her mind. She just started, hand started moving on a short blonde hair, as the way she was just sending the uncomfortable thought away. What difference would it make? It doesn't make a difference, she said that. And slowly, what she did, she was writing a note for Peggy. She tore that page. And she started thinking that Peggy, she was her best friend. And Peggy was the best liked girl in that whole room. And possibly, Peggy will not do anything that will be wrong. As for Wanda, she was just some girl who lived on the Boggins Heights and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely means very rare, almost not, ever said anything to anybody. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue color with colored trimmings, and as she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with a red sash. You would look like a Christmas tree in that, the girls had said in pretended manner. Pretended means not real. Here, Wanda started thinking about Maddie now. She said that she is the only girl who lived in the Boggins Heights. And she used to just stand alone in the schoolyard also. She very rarely talked to anybody. The time she used to talk in the schoolyard, that was only about her 100 dresses. And Maddie, she just remembered that one of her dress, it was pale blue with colored trimmings. She remembered the dress, pale blue with colored trimmings. And she remembered the other dress also, what she used to speak out, brilliant jungle green with a red sash. And at that time, the girls, she used to just pretend, they used to pretend and admire in that way that if you wear this dress, you would look like a Christmas tree. Maddie was still thinking about Wanda. Thinking about Wanda and 100 dresses all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses, and for boys, of designing motor boats. Here, as she was thinking about Wanda and 100 dresses all lined up in a closet, Mary just started thinking about that who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest that is organized in their school. And for girls, the topic was designing dresses, and for boys, designing motorboats. Probably Peggy would win the girls' medal. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. At least that's what everybody thought. She would copy a picture in a magazine or some film star's head so that you could almost tell who it was. Now she started thinking about that probably only Peggy is going to win the contest, the medal, girls' medal, because Her drawing was better than anyone else in the room. Room number 13. At least whosoever present, who there, they used to think about the same thing, that Peggy will win that contest among girls, because the way she used to copy the picture of in a magazine or some film star's head, it just looked like that the original one can tell easily that who it was. And she thought copy picture magazine or some film star's head so that could almost tell who it was. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they would know. As she was still thinking about that, she just thought that Peggy was only going to win. Then she thought that, okay, we shall wait for tomorrow. Teacher was going to announce the winners tomorrow and they would come to know that who is the winner. The next day it was drizzling. Drizzling means light rain. Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. Naturally, on a day like this, they didn't wait for Wanda Petronsky. On the corner of Oliver Street, the street that far away under the railroad's tracks and up the hill, led to Boggins Height. Anyway, they weren't taking chances of being late today because today was important. The next day, as it was raining, so Maddie and Peggy, they hurried to school and they just moved under Peggy's umbrella. Because at this season, naturally, they don't wait for Wanda to make fun. Because she used to live in the corner of the Oliver Street and the street was far away from there. And they have to cross the rail tracks also. And that led to Boggins Height. Anyway, she just thought that they didn't want to be late today because today was the important day for them. So children, here the video ends. In the 6th video, I'm going to explain you the remaining paragraphs and the message given by the writer. Thank you. Have a nice day.